What's going on, everyone, and welcome in to the Joseph Vore podcast on the JV Podcast Network. Excellent episode in store for you guys today. We haven't even recorded the interview yet, but I'm so sure this is Operation Cannot Fail because my good friend and ASU football and basketball fanatic, Mr. Ass Tat himself, Tommy Czerwinski, is in studio. I can't even speak. That's how excited he's got me. He's in studio with me today. We are going to be previewing Arizona State's football season. It's going to be exciting. It's year 2 of Herm Edwards, so get ready for that. All right, let's go ahead and talk to Tommy Czerwinski. All right, everyone. So, like I said, we're sitting down here with Tommy in studio right now. Tommy, what's going on, man?
Aloha, man. Thanks for having me on the podcast.
And that is a little. We're going to get to that.
Yeah,
but
we'll
first,
get to that.
how you doing, man? This is long overdue.
This
right?
is way overdue.
This has never happened.
No, we've been trying to plan something for about a year now. Me, you, and Clark, we had our own fake podcast that never came to fruition.
It was typical, like, millennial, Gen X or Gen Z or whatever we are.
Whatever generation this is. Who knows?
We labeled a group chat, and it was a lot of talk, but that's about all.
We're all talk, and unfortunately, we never did anything about it. But one of these days we will, and I'm glad to be here today on yours. So.
I wanted to share this with you, and I want to share it with everyone that's hopefully listening too. So, like you mentioned, we were walking over here. You said you listened to episode number 1.
I did, yes.
And so our good friend Dean was on, and so he could, really tell some crazy stories. I came up with some aliases for him.
Yeah.
And I was thinking earlier today, I'm such an idiot. What a big miss not to give him the option of Mike Honcho.
Mike Honcho would have been great.
How big? Talk about famous aliases.
Yeah, I know. So
we were even talking about Adam McKay, like Will Ferrell.
Yeah,
movies, like totally over my head.
Yeah. So actually, I was watching Ricky Bobby last week with my roommate, and we were just laughing about the whole Mike Honcho scene. So like you missed on that big time.
Big miss. So I just wanted to get that out there. I knew you would appreciate that too. Okay, so the reason that you dropped the aloha is not because you just got back from Maui. It's because our good friends from down south, down there in the Dirty T, they lost to Hawaii.
Yeah,
in week 0 to the Rainbow Warriors.
To the Rainbow Warriors, go Warriors!
I was loving watching Twitter because, like everyone was tweeting.
Oh, everyone was the Shaka and.
Did you see my reply to ASU's football's tweet?
No, what was it?
So I dropped the GIF. It's my favorite scene from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Great movie.
Where Jason Segel is sitting down and Jonah Hill, who's like a waiter in that movie.
Oh, I just went from 6 to midnight.
No. He goes up to him and he tries to take his plate away. He goes, oh no. And Jason Segel's like, oh no, I'm still working. And Jonah Hill's like, no, it's fine. I'll just go fuck myself. And Jason Segel goes, what? And Jonah Hill just goes, and he just goes, mahalo.
Yeah,
So it's just a gif of Jonah Hill just like with this innocent, sarcastic face. Just like, mahalo.
Yeah, that movie's all time too. So I mean, my favorite tweet of the night though is by Reddit college football.
Okay.
And they were they tweeted out, and UofA traveled 5 million something miles to get to Hawaii. Too bad they couldn't get one more or something like that.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yeah. So. I was a big Rainbow Warrior fan last night, and I couldn't be happier. I actually bet my brother $10 on that Hawaii would win, and he had no faith.
So I guess all that there is to say is we just better beat Kent State because we did a lot of talking the other day.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it.
No,
but you the tweets are fun, but then it's really for nothing if we're both 0-1.
Yeah,
you don't want, but we still are gonna have fun at the expense of our.
Oh yeah,
of our lesser little brother.
My roommate was asking me yesterday, actually, what brings me more joy, if it's a UofA loss or an ASU victory, and I was stuck. I really don't know.
You're
but
surprisingly I actually have to think about
but no, I think we're gonna be fine for the first game. Kent State, they're from your homeland, Ohio,
That's
so hopefully we can beat them.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be a problem.
As long as Josh Cribbs isn't playing quarterback, throwing to Julian Edelman, a couple Kent State alum, I think we'll be just fine.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
I think they both played quarterback there and then both converted.
Did Julian play
he played at Kent State. I think he was
No, I knew he played there, but he played quarterback?
I think so.
All right. News to me.
I think so, yeah. I don't know what it is. They just make great specialists and receivers there at Kent State.
And then, of course, Belichick figures out what to do with them. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think Saban even went to Kent State.
I think you might be right. Yeah, I think he's alumni there.
Yeah, so Kent State.
The demigod himself, Nick Saban.
Anyways, though, before we get into this ASU football preview, I want to talk about a little exchange that we had on Twitter the other night. So you said great minds think alike.
Yeah.
But I saw your tweet, and I tweeted mine No, I do. Now, this is terrible, but I do have O.J. Simpson's post notifications.
Right. So there you go.
So, but like, I was giving Tommy some crap, just a little background here. So O.J. Simpson tweeted from his fantasy football draft, him like
great
upset,
tweet, by the way.
Upset that Andrew Luck retired because he drafted him. And we both tweeted, get Andrew Luck into witness protection immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, come clean. Did you see my tweet?
I did not. So unlike you, I don't have his notifications up.
Which is just terrible. He's the only notification.
Yeah, and I actually saw Andrew Luck retire watching the Miami-Florida game. And the guy I was watching with, we were just like, what the hell? Like,
you know who I thought it was? Our good friend, when I saw it on Twitter, I thought it was
Barry.
I thought it was Barry McCoffrey.
Yeah, hacking the ESPN database or something. That's something he would do too. So.
No, I totally thought it was him. I'm just like, oh, Barry is Adam Schefter right now.
Yeah, and no, but I was watching the end of the Miami-Florida game, and I didn't see. I wasn't on Twitter. I heard about OJ's video though.
Yeah.
And I watched it. And I was just like, oh god, he might kill him.
Yeah. you know the best tweet I saw of that though. Ours does not even come close to this one. This guy said, well, can't you still cut him?
Oh, Jesus.
That's like...
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that was my...
Can't you still cut him?
Can't you still cut him?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, yikes. Okay,
no, but, yeah,
This is enough OJ talk. Let's wrap this up. I don't want
no,
this
all
to
right,
happen.
no, all right, let's go.
Okay, enough OJ talk. We're not a pro-OJ podcast, but...
We're not against OJ, though.
No. OJ, we're chill, man.
OJ, if you hear this, I love you.
And I don't have any memorabilia.
But if you're not listening, then no. Get away.
Then you did it.
The glove fits.
Okay, so let's get into this ASU football preview. We've been going to basketball games together the last few years.
Yeah, did I bring you to a football game too or no?
You did, but we didn't sit together. I used your tickets for the Michigan State game, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And we're going to be together this year.
Yeah, you're sitting... Well, all of our seats are now together, up in the loge where we sit.
I will sit wherever. I just know I'm going to be there.
Yeah, no, you're my go-to guy.
Yes.
Believe me. I mean... Yeah. Basketball games, I take you to. You're the first guy I call. So.
Love that.
Yeah,
and I love this about you because back home, and we've talked about this. My dad's work, season tickets to the Cavs.
Yeah, of course.
And he's in charge of the account, so we go to a lot of the games.
Yeah.
And we've been to a lot of playoff games, a lot of big games, and we're similar in a way that we have to sit on the aisle seat.
Of course.
Does this go? Is this your move for football too? Or do you guys have an aisle seat?
Football, we do have aisle seats, but like there's 20 tickets for us, and it's
not the same.
Our entire family goes. We bring friends, whatever, and it's just kind of a free for all at the football games, and it just whoever wants to sit wherever sits wherever, and it's not that big of a deal there. But basketball, that's I gotta sit in one place.
And you're a fanatic, which I want to talk about. Your ASU fandom went so much so that you have. It's a pitchfork, right?
Yeah, it's the pitchfork, yes.
Pitchfork tattoo right on the ass.
Right on the ass.
It was going to be a Bobby F. and Hurley.
It was going to be Bobby F. and Hurley.
But Mr. Hurley caught wind of it.
He
was
did.
like, okay, let's tone it. I love the passion, but let's tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, so, I mean, we made shirts the year before that say Bobby F. and Hurley, and he saw them and loved them. Yeah. Like, he thought it was hilarious and picked up steam on Twitter with John Rothstein.
Every time he tweets it out.
Yeah, it's like retweeted every time we win. It's just classic.
Yep.
And so I get the day after the game. Obviously, we won, and I tweeted what I tweeted, and I get a call from the basketball program, and they're just like, "Hey, is this Tommy?" I'm just like, "Yeah, it is." Yeah. Who is this? And they're just like, "Oh, this is so and so from the program and whatever." And there's like, "Hey, so like about that tattoo," I was like, "Yeah, like I have to do it." And there's like,
because the reason you did it, you said, if we beat Kansas, I will get this tattoo.
Yeah, so
and ASU in come from behind fashion.
Yeah,
knocks off Kansas.
Yeah, it was kind of bittersweet for me, but I'm obviously very happy it happened. But no, so I actually told my brothers and a few other people in a group chat the day before the day before the game that I would do that, and then the day of the game I decided to tweet it, and the rest is history.
Yep.
But I get a call from the program, and they're just like, "Yeah, you can't do that." I'm just like, "Well, why not?" And they're just like, "Well, Coach Hurley saw it. Like, he loves it. He thinks it's hilarious, and all that stuff." And he's just like, he doesn't want his name tattooed on anyone anywhere.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's fair.
Very
and
fair.
like, my parents are season ticket holders and boosters, and I didn't want to do anything that upset.
Let's not do anything.
Yeah, so I was just like, well, can I get the pitchfork? And they're just like, great. So,
Love it.
it was a great time. And now it's on my butt for the rest of my life.
And I love the tweet because it went like viral within like ASU sports Twitter.
Yeah, like, kind of like throughout the state, really.
Yeah, really. And I saw some like one of the Diamondbacks pitchers.
Archie Bradley, the beard.
Yeah. He,
not the ASU beard, but
right. Yeah, no, he chimed in, and it was just awesome.
Yeah, and then Patrick Peterson too.
Yeah, that was because everyone was replying to it like once ASU won. It was just like, Tommy. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, the people thought I was getting it like that night. I was just like, guys, like, let me just enjoy. It's the holidays. Like, let me enjoy the win. I got to be with my family. I got a trip. So like,
let me have one. Let
me come up and grab a breath of air. So
let me enjoy one more night of my tattoo-less ass.
Perfect body essentially, but not really.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So ASU football this year.
Yeah, I'm excited. Football's right around the corner.
Yes, it is. It's great. N'Keal Harry, gone obviously. Manny Wilkins, he was a quarterback for 3 years. He's gone, and now we have. Is he a true freshman?
True freshman.
Freshman.
First ever to open the season for
ASU. Jaden Daniels, true freshman quarterback, starting for ASU. Obviously, we have to start with the quarterback.
Yeah, of course.
Despite the fact that he's a true freshman, blah, 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 but this is the most important position in sports.
Yeah.
And, I don't know how closely you've been following or anything, but, like, obviously he won the job. It was a competition.
Yeah.
What is sort of the confidence level, the expectations for this kid coming in and starting?
So, a little thing about Jaden Daniels, he is the highest quarterback recruit to ever sign with ASU.
Yeah.
And I follow SunDevilSource.com. It's a great board. You get all the best information there. That's how I'm so knowledgeable about this.
Right.
But he just doesn't put the ball in jeopardy. He's thrown, I think, 3 interceptions since he stepped on campus in January.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, and then Chris Cartman, the leader of Sun Devil Source, he says he's a miniature Deshaun Watson from Clemson.
Yeah, and he has that dual threat.
Yeah, he's fast.
Got good legs too.
I think it's like a 4.55 or something lasered, and so he'll be able to tuck and run. But the best thing about him is you saw Manny. If he didn't have his first option open, he would tuck the ball and run, try to hurdle someone, and just make me go nuts.
It was like poor man's Johnny.
Yeah, it would make me go nuts. Yeah. I'm thankful he's gone. And, but he apparently keeps his eyes downfield looking for a pass until the very last second, unless he needs to tuck and run, which is awesome. Yeah. I mean, we'll see once the lights come on Thursday, but that's what I've been reading. Also, I forgot what I was going to say, but I mean, he beat out the returning junior Dylan Stern Cole, beat out Joe Yellen and Ethan Long too, who are both true freshmen, and Ethan Long actually sounds like he's going to play a lot, just not at quarterback. So there
you go. Yeah, I mean, I assume you think about it, you're just like, okay, we lose N'Keal.
That's a big loss, but
that's a huge loss. But you look at some of the other things, and I was reading up a little bit. Obviously, Benjamin, the running back, he's dynamic. He can be a workhorse. He can catch the ball. He's quick, but also has the ability to run with power.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think something that's so huge is this offensive line's coming off a pretty good year.
Return 4 out of 5 starters.
It's 4 or 5 starters, and I think that's going to be huge. Now, but my biggest question is, obviously, we don't have one guy that's going to replace N'Keal. Is there enough depth at receiver to sort of make up, anywhere close to his production as a whole, as a committee?
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be definitely a wide receiver by committee this year.
Yeah.
There's not going to be that.
Has to be.
Yeah, there's not going to be that go-to guy. I think
Right.
Benjamin is actually going to have. I think he only had like 30 catches last year. I think he's
Right.
probably going to have closer to 50 this year.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Yeah, and it'll probably be good for Jaden to have that check down guy because they're going to try to stack the box. I mean, Benjamin's an All-American running back. He
Right.
set the school record for rushing yards last year in a single season. So they're definitely going to try to stack the box and make Jaden do work because he's a true freshman. They want him to make mistakes, freshman mistakes, and stuff like that. So it'll definitely be more like that. I think the one guy to look out for is who had a decent season last year, kind of came on towards the end, is Brandon Ayuk, number 2.
Yeah.
He'll probably play the biggest part that Nikhil had last year, but not as well. Obviously, Nikhil's a once-in-a-generation talent at ASU and was a first-round draft pick, so it'll be interesting to see. I think Frank Darby's going to have a good year. Kyle Williams is always really solid. And then we got some freshmen coming in that have impressed in practice, and then our tight ends, they're all seasoned, so we'll see how that works out.
Now, the other side of the ball on defense, we have a couple pretty good young linebackers, but I remember just the defensive line, especially the second half of the season last year, really in conference play, sort of became a problem. We weren't able to get much of a push and really harass the opposing quarterbacks too much. How are things looking on the defensive side of the ball?
Defense, I think we're going to be good this year. I really do. Our linebacking core is great. You got Merlin Robertson, who's the freshman of the year on the defensive side in Pac-12. You got Stanley Lambert, who's coming off an injury, who is showing a lot of promise. Darian Butler, who's just named captain on the defensive side. He's a sophomore as well. Tyler Johnson, who Deanna Gonzalez, our defensive coordinator, says he's one of the best pass rushers he's ever seen.
Yeah.
Then you got our boy Kyle Soley.
Yep.
Go Lambda.
Hell
chops on
Love
top. And he's
come on
the podcast. No, he's essentially been dubbed like the fourth starting linebacker. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. And they rotate a lot. So and our secondary is going to be really strong. You got Chase Lucas coming back. You got Kobe Williams coming back. Then at the safety, you got Asari Crosswell, who looks to be the part of an all Pac-12 player. And then you got some key guys like Cam Phillips, who played well late last year. You got Tamarcus Davis, who just a lot of good guys. Yeah.
So the last time really ASU football was just really just worth a damn. You have to go back to 2013 where we were 10-4, 10-3 the next year in 2014.
Yep.
First, I assume you still went to a lot of those games.
Oh, I've missed.
What are some memories of those?
I think I've missed 3 games from my sophomore year of high school.
Wow.
Yeah. And they were all due to fall weddings, and
You're out of town.
Yeah.
Like you just couldn't. It wasn't by choice.
I was in town, but it was family friends' weddings, and my
Gotcha.
family forces me to go.
Excused absence.
Yeah. And that's why I will never have a fall wedding.
Smart.
During football season, you can't. No, it's the worst.
Absolutely not.
No. But, there's been a lot of crazy games. You have, let's see, 2013, we had the blackout versus Wisconsin with the crazy ending, Joel Stave putting the ball down. 2014, I was at the Jail Mary game.
In Southern Cal.
Yeah, but sad story, actually. So
book it? No.
Listen to this. Not by choice. So I went with a group of friends, my brother, and I was 7th wheeling this trip, I'm pretty sure. And so we went to Vegas the night before, then drove down to SC for the game, and we were there all game, and they scored to go up 9 or something with 2:30 to go, and they bust out a 55-yard touchdown run. We have no timeouts, and everyone's like, all right, let's go. And we're going down the escalator or whatever there at the Coliseum, and I hear this faint cheering. I'm just like, guys, I think we just scored. I checked my phone, Twitter, it's ASU just scored. I was like, let's go back, see what happens. And there's oh, no, let's leave. I'm just like, all right, whatever. So we're walking through the parking lot at SC, and we walk by this tailgate with the TV, and we hear, and Arizona State's going to get the ball back. And we're just we all look at each other, pause, and we're just all right, we got to stay for this. And we watched the next 3 plays or whatever, and Jalen comes down from.
But at least you saw it.
Yeah, we saw it live.
Okay,
Yeah, just not in the stadium. We were just outside.
The craziest I have a similar tailgate story. It was my senior year of high school. I was didn't go to the game, but just went and tailgated and stuff. Hung out with some friends. Penn State at Ohio State, and it was the same weekend that the whole Michigan State thing happened, where they bobbled the punt. Michigan State.
Oh, that was great.
And we're now. This isn't just.
Yeah.
This is in Columbus, watching Michigan just piss this away. So people are losing their minds, right?
I remember I was in Utah for the ASU Utah game up there. So.
And I'm watching this at a tailgate on just a little TV. Michigan, and everyone knows the clip. Just botched the
100%.
punter, just absolutely just screwed it up. Michigan State runs it back, and people were losing their minds.
So
how jacked up do you have to be? You see that, you see your fucking bitter rival just piss it away, and you're like, yes. And then it's like, oh, now we got Buckeyes football under the lights against Penn State. Let's go. Like, that place was crazy that night.
So I actually have a buddy who did student broadcasting for U of M, and he was on the call for that game. And he's the biggest diehard fan I know for Michigan. He's like me about Michigan. And
could he even keep it together? Was he just...
So his clip made it to Deadspin, got like 1 million views or whatever.
Incredible.
And he did a great job. This is why I can never be a reporter, because he was so composed. I would have been like crying during that whole thing if that was ASU.
Yeah.
And he's essentially you of Michigan, but his dad's a super booster there. The basketball team runs out of the tunnel with their last name.
That's
it's
nice.
It's
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But not I mean, that's pretty cool, except for the game.
Well, you got to listen to the clip, because he does a really, really good job.
Good for him. I'll have to check that out. That's really cool.
Maybe get him on the podcast on a phone interview.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, because he's a good dude.
Yeah, we'll have to get that set up. So I was looking at the Pac-12 South, and maybe I'm just overly optimistic, but is it a two-team race? Is it us and Utah?
I mean,
Utah's preseason 14.
Yeah.
Do we have a chance?
Utah doesn't do it for me.
Really?
They really don't. The rest of the Pac-12 South specifically sucks.
Right.
So if they just do their job, they'll probably win it. Yeah. But we have a great record against them since they joined the Pac-12.
We do. Well, we do go there this year, and it's not easy to play there. I
mean, I don't think it's terribly difficult, to be honest.
Right.
It's not going to be cold because the game's in October, which is nice.
Right. Yeah.
And I really think, depending on what happens, I don't think their offense does anything special. Their defense is scary.
Yes.
It always has been, regardless of who they have.
Yeah.
Kyle Whittingham does a great job. He's the only coach left, I think, from the original Pac-12 coaches. So.
I played against one of their safeties in high school, Marquise Blair. He was like a second-round pick by the Seahawks.
Yeah.
He about murdered me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was terrifying. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So, you can't count out USC just on the talent alone, but their coaching staff is a complete dumpster fire.
I just feel like they've just been a mess.
They're going to be terrible, I think. I think we should beat them by a few scores.
And that's here, too.
Yeah,
I'm pumped up for that.
UCLA, they're getting a lot of preseason love. I really don't see it. They went 3-9 last year, and the FPI index or whatever on ESPN has them like 21st or something.
Really?
Yeah, and I just don't.
Interesting.
I'm not buying the hype of a 3-9 team. I don't think Chip Kelly's system, everyone's adopted it now, so they don't really have an advantage.
It's not revolutionary anymore.
No, and he hasn't been recruiting well either.
No.
He doesn't have the Nike Oregon paychecks to back up on, so.
No.
We'll see what happens there, but U of A, I don't think any more needs to be said about them. Their secondary is just god-awful. Khalil Tate's still Khalil Tate. I mean, I don't think he's as special as everyone else does, but that's up for debate. And then Colorado will probably suck. So I really think it's us in Utah. And
what do you think? What's our record going to be this year?
Pull up the schedule. Let's see what we got here. Let's do it game by game.
Game by game.
Yeah.
I have. Let's see here. ASU football schedule. I was just looking at it.
Yeah. So let's do. We'll go through game by game and we'll keep our total record.
Yeah.
So you do one.
I have mine. Okay. Win against Kent State.
Yeah. That's.
Win against Sacramento State.
That might be a tough one. So I have a 2-0.
I mean, they're in Sacramento. They just might be super pissed off.
Yeah. No.
Or they're just happy to be out of Sacramento.
No, we're gonna. If we don't beat them by 30, we have issues.
I think we lose to Michigan State.
Yeah, I mean, they were very not impressive last year.
Nope.
I think, depending on who their starting quarterback is, I think it's going to be Lewerke again.
Yeah.
Their defense is rock solid. Going to be the best in the Big Ten, essentially. And it'll be interesting to see because Jaden Daniels, he is a true freshman. We don't have Nikhil anymore, but we do have Benjamin. And I think we lose that game just because it's Jaden's first road game, and it's going to be loud. It's going to be raucous. They're going to be looking for revenge. Right. So I think we lose that one.
Okay. I think we beat Colorado.
Colorado at home. If you look at last year, this was a game we should have won.
Right.
And
that at least since I've been in school, that's been like ASU's thing. Whether it's football or basketball, it's like, hey, let's beat Kansas, but we're gonna shit the bed at home against Princeton.
Yep.
Welcome
to my life.
We're gonna beat Michigan State, and then we're gonna piss down our legs and lose to San Diego State.
San Diego State was good last year, though. They had a good team. I know. You beat a ranked team.
We were watching the
home,
game together, and just the way that the game went, it wasn't so much that they lost; it was just how pathetic.
I still think the reffing at the end was messed up with Frank Darby getting hit in the helmet. That was targeting.
Yeah, for sure.
Beyond the point there.
ASU, I think they handle Cal. They handle Berkeley.
Yeah, I'm going to put us at, 4-1 there?
4-1.
Yeah, I think Cal, they got a good defense. I think Jaden Daniels settles in, though. Cal's not a hard place to play.
Right.
Their offense is god-awful.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched the Cheez-Its Bowl last year against TCU, but
Absolutely
that was the worst game. It was like 7-6.
I think I actually watched a WNBA game that night instead.
That sounds...
And they're not even in season. It was a rerun.
I don't want to say better, but it's close. It's the WNBA, but it was just there was 8 picks in this game total. I think it was nuts.
I think we lose a tough one to Washington State.
They're getting a lot of love too. I don't know why they lost Gardner Minshew.
I think it's because Leach has a good Twitter account.
Yeah, the pirate he's the mad scientist.
He's hilarious. He's a great follow.
He is a great follow. I don't know if you watch Pac-12 Media Day at all.
No.
But his interview, he gets up there and he's like, I don't even want to talk football.
I saw clips of it.
Yeah, and he just went off his own tangent that he's the man. I love him.
So what's the decision there?
I'm gonna go with the W.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at home. I don't really see their hype. I could be way off. I don't know. I don't follow Washington State too closely, but we'll have to wait and see.
And then here we go, the game that we were just talking about, ASU at Utah. I think we lose.
So
another heartbreaker.
I'm going to go with a loss. I really don't want to just because we play so well against Utah. They're supposed to beat us every year.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a loss. I think we lose one of the two between Washington State and Utah. I don't know which one, but given it's on the road at Utah.
I think it's a win in that 2-week stretch if they split.
If we split that, I think it's great, and our Pac-12 hope should be very much alive.
I think we handle UCLA next week.
Yeah, on the road. I'll actually be at that game.
Beautiful.
If we're planning a trip, I don't know if you want to come to that.
10/26.
October 26th.
I very much could be in. I'll have to check the schedule.
Yeah, Braden and I are going to schedule it this week. We're going to get an Airbnb and invite a bunch of the guys. So.
Perfect. We'll have to do that. Okay.
Yeah, we win that for obvious reasons.
Okay. We go to LA, then LA comes to us. SC the next week. I think we handle the Trojans.
They'll probably have a new coach by this time of the season, to be honest.
Urban Meyer?
No, he won't be the coach until next season, thankfully. If they do hire him, it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
The Pac-12 will be USC's to lose every year, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
But
can you imagine the guys, the criminals he's going to?
No, yeah, it's going to be bad. USC's already full of criminals, obviously.
we were the aforementioned Mr.
Yes,
Simpson.
But all the things that's been going on, paying to get in the school and stuff.
Oh yeah. Good Lord.
But I think they're going to be a dumpster fire by this point in the season, and I think we win.
Okay. At Oregon State, I believe that's a win.
I agree. We're going to win, but it just brings back so many memories to 2014. It's that was the start of the end of Todd Graham, and we were number 6 in the country. It was the coldest game in Corvallis history, I think it was.
Of course.
Yeah, we're coming off that Notre Dame win, and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Me either.
That I was just sitting there after the game, just remembering, what the actual
F-town.
Yeah.
What the fudge?
Yeah.
Oregon, home. November, week before U of A.
That's an interesting game to me. It was a close last year. They're getting a lot of love this year. They're everyone's dark horse picks to make it to the squeeze their way into the college football playoff.
I think this is a loss for me.
I'm gonna put it in the L column for sure. Yeah, I think they're gonna be really good, but we only lost by 2 last year on a 2-point conversion that I thought was in. I don't know about you.
That was super controversial.
I think Frank Tar. There was a green sliver.
I know.
They didn't even review it either.
That's the most. I didn't even know that was illegal.
Yeah, no. I thought you got to review
it was
all.
A scoring play.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. And then U of A win.
LOL.
And LOL.
Yeah, no.
So,
U of A, if they win up here with their disaster right now, it's issues. I think you have 8-4.
And then you are one better, 9-3.
I think 8-4 is the most realistic.
Yep.
I'm always an optimist though, and I like to give us the benefit of the doubt.
Right. 6-2 in the Pac-12, depending on what happens with Utah and how we fare against them head to head. I mean, we give ourselves a shot there.
Yeah,
we're not playing for the Big Ten here, where we probably have to go undefeated or lose one game at the very most.
Yeah, the Pac-12 is always the weakest Power 5 conference in my opinion.
Especially our side, I feel like.
Yeah,
of late.
Which is funny because like back in 2013-14, like that's when the conference was great.
Yeah.
Like you had, ASU, Stanford.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
But U of A, USC, they were decent then.
Right.
UCLA was good then with Rosen. I think Rosen was overrated, but
yeah, for sure.
But like that's when like the conference as
it was solid. No one was like super elite, but
and now everyone's kind of like very mediocre.
Yeah.
So.
Or bad.
Yeah. Colorado and U of A. Yeah. So we'll see. But
so 8-4, 9-3. I think I actually think that's, like you said, that's realistic for the Sun Devils this year.
Yeah, I think worst case scenario is like absolute worst case scenario with growing pains for a freshman quarterback at 6-6. I don't see us like losing any games we shouldn't.
Right.
We have a very favorable schedule. We miss Washington and Stanford, who should be pretty good this year.
Right.
So. And we have Oregon and USC at home.
Yeah.
And our road games aren't terrible. So.
Right. Yeah. No. It's set up for ASU to have some success in terms of where the games are. Who we are playing, who we aren't playing.
When we're playing them,
yes,
yeah.
Yeah. So it's we're optimists here, and this is where we go to school. This is our team, but this is I think it's fair.
I'm firm for her, so
yeah, big time.
100% firm for her.
Yeah, once we kick off until whenever the bowl game is, I'm full sail, man.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
ready to go.
Oh yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, 6 to midnight.
Exactly. Love that callback right there.
Yeah, and then basketball season's around the corner too.
Yeah.
So.
And then we're gonna do this again. We're gonna do another football one.
Yeah.
Especially if we get on a roll.
Yeah, if we're on a roll. Yeah. Like if we start winning every game, then I might have to come on as much as possible.
You know how I am.
Yeah.
I am not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
I'm a little stitious.
Yes. This is a little stitious podcast.
Yeah.
So we'll roll it.
Yeah.
We'll beat it into the ground until if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. That's my motto, anyways.
All right. Well, Tom, thanks for coming on. Go Devils.
Go Devils.
Force up. All right, everyone. So hope you enjoyed that interview, that sit down with my good friend and ASU football and basketball fanatic, Tommy Czerwinski. Like we said, optimistic year. Things are looking up for our ASU Sun Devils. And get excited because next week, guys, I think the plan is I'm gonna do a little Bachelor in Paradise talk, have a Mount Rushmore with my good buddy, the Snowman from back home, who I used to have a podcast with, and now it is in the podcast graveyard, but we brought him back. We did a little Mount Rushmore, celebrity crushes, and we talked to him. He plays D2 football back in Ohio, so we talked to him about his new coach, his third training camp, and what's coming up for them this season. So until next time, guys, thank you for listening. Rate, review, and subscribe. And for now, enjoy this nice, smooth jazz. Peace.